Oh yeah, they came here for a review.
Seems okay to me. There's been some spooky stuff that's come out of Japan, and a few of them have come to the Vita. Let's take a look at a game from Experience Inc. called Death Mark. I don't know if it's going to be the official title, but it seems to be the best as of now. So if you're somebody who pops a boner for Japanese games like me, you might already be familiar with Experience Inc. They made quite a few games you might have heard of. Let me show you.
Dude, stop trying to show people your Wayne Doodle.
But how else can we make it on YouTube?
I don't know, get into some YouTube drama or something?
Shiin, which I will call Death Mark, came out on June 1st, 2017. Death Mark is a visual novel, and I'm glad to see more horror games on the Vita, in any form. Now hold on. Before you go saying, I hate reading, I want to play a game, just hear me out. I don't really play them much myself. In fact, this is the first visual novel I've ever beat. And if it makes you feel any better, in Japan, a visual novel is called an adventure game.
Woo! No!
So maybe that'll trick your mind into enjoying it somewhat. At any rate, let me tickle your pupils with a little bit of the story. So turn your lights down low, crack open a bottle of Crystal Pepsi, and bust out your Horror Sounds of the Night cassette tape, because we are about to get spooky. It's a dark night. You find yourself stumbling in front of a large mansion. Your name and reason for being there refuse to come alight in the darkness. Perhaps it was a tender booty call after a night of drinking, or a misunderstanding with the Uber driver. Are you scared yet, Reuben?
Nope.
Your mind is cloudy, and you check your pocket for any kind of clue as to why you stand before the ominous structure of which the force stands next to, like an army in ready, only to find a business card with the name Saya Kujo, spiritual leader, owner of the Kujo Mansion. And then you see this! Well, not really. Anyways, there's a light on in one of the rooms. You gather your strength and walk inside. There, in the wide entrance, a great set of stairs and a grandfather clock standing at the top. To the left, a creepy-looking human-sized doll sits on a red couch, quietly staring. Your right arm burns with pain. You look only to see a strange mark like that of a dog bite. And then the doll speaks.
I will destroy humans.
Hooked yet?
Nope.
Well, let me ruin a little bit more for you. Basically, you go to that room with the light on and find a dead body of a woman you presume to be Saya. She looks to have died from some strange plants bursting from her body. Then you go back down and meet Mary, the creepy doll. You find out that Saya died because of the seal, and that is what is causing your memory loss. Later, two kids come, both with the same seal. Moe, a young girl interested in the occult, and Tsukasa, a boy in elementary. They found out through various reasons that Kujo Mansion was the place to come if you got marked by the seal. You then go out and explore an area and collect information. Then you go back out and fight the monster that chiseled the mark into you. People leave and new ones come. And repeat. It's hard for me to go too deep into the story without ruining it for you, so I'm mainly going to talk about the game mechanics, music, and my take on it. Although it's like a rinse and repeat kind of format, it can actually be quite intense. For instance, there are many times in the game when you're suddenly faced with a live or die moment. In these moments, you're given a choice of 3 selections to answer a question brought to you by someone or something in the story. While you are pondering how to answer these questions, your Daikon or spiritual energy depletes. Once it reaches 0, it's game over. Also, if you answer wrong, it'll take a certain amount of your Daikon. Keep messing up and you'll feel the cool fingers of death. This, with the amazing music in the game, creates a wonderful sense of panic because sometimes these live or die moments come out of nowhere and you have to be paying attention to the story to get them. It's like when your teacher would catch you not paying attention. How did that used to go?
Son of a bitch! You done messed up, Aaron!
So make sure you stop every once in a while and read up on all the notes you've acquired. They can be helpful. Speaking of helpful, you need to make sure that you read the description of items in the game as well. So many times I screwed up only because I didn't stop to read one of the descriptions. The only thing I didn't like about this was that if you fail, there really is not a penalty for it. You can just start right back where you died and answer again. So really it creates a just try until you memorize the right pattern kind of thing. But to be honest, I really didn't experience this as long as you kept up with the notes and such. As one might expect with a visual novel in Japanese, your Japanese is going to need to be pretty good to tackle this one. We're talking filthy frank kind of level.
It sounds like one of those special attacks in a video.
Which is unfortunate because I feel like a lot of people will miss out because of that. Another interesting mechanic of this game is the boss battles. Like I said, I haven't played visual novels much, so I'm not sure all are like this, but when you get to a point in the story where you confront the spirit, you will have to pacify it. This is done with an almost RPG style at first. The spirit appears and then you pick an item for your character and partner to do something with. Each turn the spirit gets closer, or if you don't pick the right item, they kill you right there. In my experience, if you're paying attention well enough to the story, figuring out the combination isn't too hard. But there were times in which I had no clue what to do in the next turn. Oh yeah, if you do make it to the end, but choose the wrong combination on the last turn, your partner dies, and then you go on without them. So yeah, don't mess up, and that is pretty much the gameplay in a nutshell. As for the story, I was pretty riveted. If you like Japanese horror or that Japanese temple setting, you'll love this game. The art and spirit designs in the game are great. Oh yeah, and there's some, let's say, erotic scenes as well. The cherry on top of your horror gore sundae, if you will. So should you get it? Yes. It's a fun and entertaining game, but the Japanese is a little hard. Good thing there's always game facts. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you all get a death mark soon.